on, guys? Thanks for tuning in to Lip Ripper Northwest. My name's Danny, and today we're going to go see what's in the Necanicum River. I have a feeling today's going to be a bobber day, so definitely bring in 2 bobber setups so I can drift some beads and some worms. But I might also bring a twitching setup and probably rod and reel to pitch some spinners with. Keep forgetting my net, so I'm going to load that first. Check. Got the addicted bag. I always forget that one as well. Now I already put my my waders and boots in the truck because it's early. I just woke up. Don't want to forget too many things, you know. It's chilly out, so I'm definitely going to be using a lot of things to keep me warm. Got the old fish food net gator. Grab the bait cooler real quick. The trusty samurai bag. Whew. Speaking of warm things, I need the old Sims gloves. These things are great. All right, let's get some rods real quick. Perfect. It's chilly, but I'm stoked. I haven't been fishing in a couple days. Let me load these up real quick. Give you a brief rundown of what I'm taking. Now for spinners, I got this Tika with this Pen Squall 300 or 3000 series. It's like perfect for coho and some steelhead. It's also a 9.6. I forgot to mention that. This is my my bait and bead setup. It's a Fenwick HMX with a Pen Pursuit 4 on it. It's I think it's a 9.6 rod. 9 foot even. Another bobber setup. This is a North River blank, but I believe this is actually a fisherman's version of Kuma Guide Select. At least that's what I've been told. And this is a medium heavy, and it's 8'6". This thing's perfect for drifting bobbers. Last but not least is the old twitching setup. I got one of the Mustad Addicted twitching jigs. This is a Lamiglass X11, and this one's 7'6", and it's got a well, I need to tighten that line, but this one's got a, what is this, a Daiwa BG? Yeah, the Daiwa BG on it. All right, mostly ready to go. Just gotta do a quick double check in the garage, make sure there's not anything else I'm forgetting, because like I said, it's early for me. I'm specifically hunting for steelhead and some leftover bead run coho, so not going to bring anything for trout. I know there's a lot of cutthroat in there, but I don't care for the cutthroat, so might end up getting a couple on the setups that I brought anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. But I got some akumas and stuff that are specifically for the cutthroat, but I'm not going to bring them. Since I'm running bait, I want to bring some gloves. Thankfully, I can see them sitting right there. So I'm going to take those gloves real quick. And then, of course, got the old camera tripod that you're on currently. Let's switch up real quick. All right, got you switched over to the old selfie stick here, so I don't forget the tripod either. But yeah, I wanted to mention one thing though. If you don't already follow Story Bait and Tackle and Fish Food on Instagram or TikTok, we do have a TikTok that's fairly new, and we have an Instagram also that's fairly new, and I'll post the links to both of those below. Do us all a favor though, if you're watching this currently on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell notification, because we'll be posting a lot more content coming up. You know, we're getting into that slow season right now, but we're definitely gonna have some fun things happening in the future. A couple trips with folks. You know, we're gearing up for the PDX Sportsman Show right now, so we'll be doing some camera stuff there. It's gonna be fun, man. All right, after a quick double check, I know that I'm now ready for another cup of coffee, and we just got to make a quick pit stop, but we're gonna get loaded up in the truck for the rest of the things that I got, and I'll see you on the road. All right, you are inside the frosty cold fishmobile. Man, this old Dodge don't warm up very fast, but we'll survive. Just letting her do her thing, get some heat pumping, get some music going. Let me see. Ooh,
what we found out later
loud.
Its severity might have been lessened.
Yeah, so I hear the Necanicum has been on fire still. There's guys that are up it, and the Nehalem that are getting early steelhead, just kind of the incidental 1 and 2 here and there. But I got nothing better going on, and today's the day off, so figured why not? Might as well do it. I'm not at the shop, I'm not on the boat, so gonna get some fishing in from the bank. Man, as I sit here warming up the truck, I already talked about how forgetful I am. I'm sitting here, I'm doing this like checklist on my head. I'm like, rods check, gear check, waders check, boots check, got the bait cooler, and then I was like, what about the bait cooler though? The bait is still inside my fridge. I'll be right back. Oh man, that was close. So I got some millennial coon shrimp, some eggs that I've been curing for a couple weeks, and some jumbo prawn tails that have been cured that I'm going to try out today too. Like I said, those were totally sitting in my fridge, but thank God remember that stuff. Might have been disastrous, you know, but it would have been just drifting beads and worms and pitching some spinners and stuff. But I don't know how the water conditions are going to be. It's been raining a lot, so it'll probably be pretty high. I'm going to have to do a little bit of hiking when we get down there. I don't have my chest mount for my GoPro right now, so somewhere in the truck is one of those head mounts. I'll unfortunately be using that. I think I left the chest mount on the big boat when I did the last video, taking the folks out from South Dakota. But I just got to bug Jason, go to his house, go pick that up out of the big boat. Yeah, we're gonna get on the road. I have such a hard time not fishing my local spots when I'm thinking about where to go. I live like, shoot, I don't know, my house is like probably 2 minutes away from Fort Stevens State Park in Warrenton. But that's normally where I would go fishing, you know, right on the Columbia there. But you know, that and the Skipanon, which just opened up on October 18th, and that kind of petered out real quick, you know. The Skipanon was like hitting pretty hard for a little bit, and I don't know, kind of just, we got the fish real quick, now they're gone. Now hopefully you can hear me over everything that's going on in the truck. I got some music playing, I got my heater blasting because it's freezing cold. Forgot my cup of coffee. Man, this is going to be the episode of forgetting stuff. I'm going to catch a fish and forget it. Hope not. Yeah, so we're just cruising up the road real quick. About to hit Highway 101 and head down through Gearhart into Seaside. And then there's a secret little entrance, which I don't want this spot to get super blown out if a million people end up watching this video. But yeah, there's a little entrance I'm going to take to get onto the beach. You can't drive onto the beach, unfortunately, right there, so we got to hike in a little bit. But I brought my my Samurai tactical bag so I can hook some rods and stuff to it. So I should only have to really carry a bait cooler and a net with my hands. But you know, got to put on my waders and stuff when we get there. But got to make one quick pit stop. I need to pick up some caffeine for sure, and some nicotine products, because I unfortunately am a nicotine user. No harm, no foul. Okay, got my caffeine, nicotine, little morning snack. I think I'm ready to go. Got one of these blueberry cream Danishes. Forgot what it was called for a second. And of course, the Aussie lemonade monster, because why not? Alright, so we're just down the street from the spot, and kind of having a brain fart right now on exactly what the best way to get over there is from where I'm at, because I had to pass through Seaside. But we'll be down there in just a sec. Check out this little video from A Story Bait and Tackle, and again, like and subscribe if you can, and check out the Instagram and the TikTok for A Story Bait and Tackle. We got some awesome giveaways happening soon. We got one going on right now for one of the Steelhead Slammer boxes. It's got 18 slammers in it. It's in an evolution box. Pretty sweet. Check this out for more details. All right, we're over at the hole. Just need to put on the waders real quick, switch over to the selfie stick, and we'll start hiking on down there. Oh, all right, we're finally down here. Got everything I need loaded up. Got my keys, all that good stuff. I'm just grabbing the rods. Got to get a couple things. Got the old GoPro on the hat here. Loading up my backpack with the rods. Got to figure out how to get everything down this little trail. So that's what we're gonna do real quick. It's a little stinky down here. All right, I got a little MacGyvering to do, so I'm gonna go ahead and get you off of the tripod here. Okay, we're down here. One of the first things I want to do is check the depths because it is low water. It looks pretty low where I'm standing. I might walk up a little bit, but I mainly wanted to give myself a little break from the hike in. I've walked probably, I don't know, half a mile with all that gear, so a little winded. But we're gonna set the backpack down and go check the depth of the water real quick. I'm just gonna walk out a little ways and see where I need to pitch it, but it's like perfect low water right now. There's not really a lot of current moving, so I tried to get here right before, actually, I can see a little debris coming in. The tide's starting to come in. That's what I wanted. I wanted to get down here to try to time it out right before the tide came in, so hopefully that's what's happening right now. I'm honestly surprised I'm not seeing any crab walking around. I probably dug down in a little bit. Sure I will soon enough. We're just gonna go a little deeper. What I'm looking for is the drop-off shelf. Bingo. Okay, so it's out a little ways. It's unfortunate. So we're gonna go up this way a little bit. See if we can get closer to that point over there where it bends. Because the Necanicum is running right here, it goes around this bend right there, and the Pacific Ocean is right there. So what I'm trying to do is get some of these ocean running fish right when they come around this corner. Bombard them with a little bit of bait, say hi. What's up, guys? Little crab carcass. All right, so up a little farther we go. Last time I fished over here, I was up on this corner, but it was kind of hard because there's not really a good spot to land the fish. But I got a net now. Like I was saying earlier, I'm one to forget the net all the time. So, I haven't seen any activity, haven't seen any fish rolling or nothing. Doesn't mean nothing though. Could be some late arrivers coming in. We're just gonna go right down to this corner and work over here. So, it's gonna be a real high tide today. I'm not trying to get trapped in here. You can already see the waves up around the corner. Some folks walking the beach. That's cool. I can see a little seam where it gets slightly deeper and the current coming in. This is spot one right here. All right, guys, this is going to be spot number one. Pacific Ocean's right there. I've got this little bend, I don't know, about 400-500 yards out of the ocean right around this corner. I haven't seen any fish rolling or anything, but you know, if they're going to come through, they got to come through right here. So I'm going to kind of bombard them with bait, bombard them with twitch and jigs, hit them with some worms and stuff. I'm going to try the worm first. I got to get this rod out of the backpack, but we got to set everything down. Literally just got here. What a beautiful little spot for being hidden in the town of Seaside. You get this little majestic beach, like right tucked back behind this neighborhood. It's pretty awesome. Wouldn't mind living over here if it wasn't so expensive, you know. Okay, so like I said, let me make sure this is off, not filming. There we go. Don't want to run that one out. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run a worm through here. I'm going to put some of this Procure Salmon Slammer on there. The Salmon Slammer is probably my favorite scent that they have out right now. So we're going to take this. This is probably running far too deep, so let me pull this down a little bit. I'm going to start at about 4 feet. I figured starting at 4 feet is probably a good guess, but based on what my bobber does, it'll tell me if I can go deeper or not. Ooh, almost knocked the camera stand over. Gotta make sure you guys got a nice good view. Come on, get in there. Okay. That's number one. Okay, the depth is good. Might be dragging bottom a little bit. It's good and shallow over there. Something's happening. It's getting stuck in weird current over here. Okay, so it's real shallow over there. Okay, it's far too shallow right there. I'm gonna pitch a twitch and jig real quick and just see what happens, you know? Of course. Of course. That's wild. Brand new line does that sometimes. Don't freak out. Just calmly take it apart. The knot will work itself out. We're going to try this again. I can see another knot. Hope a fish doesn't take this from me. I mean, I do, but I don't. I'm gonna let that sit out there for a minute while I work this knot out. Right there. Best thing to do with when you get these kind of knots like this is just don't go ripping on stuff randomly. What we're trying to do is we're trying to find a loop that'll pull all that line out. Move it gentle every single time until you're sure that you're not just tightening that knot down on itself. Pretty accurate depiction of what happens when you twitch. Okay, so something is going on with this line, and we're just going to stop using this setup right here. This is a very accurate depiction of what it's like to fish with braids sometimes. See, and it's all weird on the reel. I just got to cast out again. All right, so after a little bit of investigative casts, I guess you can call it that, this is just far too shallow in front of us. There is deep water out there, but I kind of want to go down this way a little bit farther so that I can get closer to the corner where I know it shelves off, but I'm not walking waist deep in water just because it's waist deep 90% of the way out there. We'll figure it out. We'll go up the corner. All right, so we moved down a little ways. That last spot, you know, it's not too far from here. It's just a quarter mile down that way. But I'm now close enough to where you can almost hear the Pacific. I can see the tide starting to push in. And well, just past where I'm pointing, you can almost see it. There's a nice little run where there's like a back eddy. And I'll take some footage from the outside. You can hear the sand falling off, but tide's ripping in, eating away at the side there. I thought it was jumping fish. It's totally not. It keeps tripping me out. But there's a deep little pocket through here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to run some bait through there and see what happens. I mean, this is almost a spot where you'd want to fish with a lure for sure. You know, some kind of twitch and jig or a spinner, which I might throw like a chartreuse spinner on and see what happens, because the water's a good color. I mean, it's very, very transparent. But we're gonna run some stuff through here and see what happens. I just ran into this nice lady that was telling me there's not a whole lot of fishing happening right now down here, but she's wandering around picking up trash. So hats off to you. It's awesome. Somebody that has nothing better to do with their day than to come down and pick up after others. I applaud that. We'll get back to it. Well, for some reason the GoPro died. So I'm gonna take you with, because now it's up to me and you. I gotta find this fish. I'm gonna throw a worm through here a couple times just to see if there's any bites. I can tell it gets real deep real quick over here. This looks like a real crabby spot, but there's a good current rip through here. So we're gonna see if we can get something to bite this worm. Something weird's happening. See what's happened to me right now. I hate it. That makes it look like a fish. What's happening right now is the like thread knots that normally come with your bobbers. It's not on there very tight. It keeps slipping up real easy. So I might have to fix this guy. We'll give him a couple more casts, see if it starts to behave. Not sure if you can hear all those baby birds going wild over there, but that's pretty cool. I think what we're gonna do real quick is go over to the bag. I like the spot where I'm at. I can tell it's nice and deep in the middle, but I want to fish it different. So I think what I'm gonna do is get out my steelhead slammers and see what colors I have, and try that out for a little while. Otherwise, I'm gonna go back to drifting beads and stuff. Figure out what's going on with the GoPro here. Kind of SOL on that. Well, here. Let me give you a little look around what we're working with. You can see the old Pacific Ocean out there. Starting to rip through here pretty good. It's supposed to be a big tide, so we might end up having to move a little bit. I was just down well over there. Pretty spot at least. ocean is ripping right now. Let's bounce a jig through here. Let's get out some bait. That was pretty cool. Coast Guard was just spying on me. Got the birds going crazy. We're gonna try some, I think a millennial coon shrimp. Let's try that first. Water's starting to come in pretty quick though. We don't want to muck these nice gloves up. Gotta keep a close eye on how fast this water's coming in too. While I'm doing this, I'll go ahead and move my backpack and all that up a little ways. Let's hold on to this real quick. And this current really is ripping. We're gonna move you up a little bit. Reposition you. Cool. Always try a different angle. There's this little eddy right here, so we're gonna try that real quick. Apparently there's a big old log or something over there. Oh, thankfully I just checked on my gear. Water's coming up to my rod and stuff, so let's reel this in and go take care of that. The thing about fishing this big incoming tide is you got to really pay attention to the water. I mean, check this out. Oh my, that would have sucked a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and move everything up. Don't wanna lose any bait. Don't wanna lose the cooler, certainly not my monster. Man, it's supposed to be a big tide, so we'll see what happens. Fucking breaking the cardinal rule, putting my gear down in the sand. Never a good thing. I have a feeling I'll be doing this a couple times. Hold on to you and the rod with one hand. Gotta get my net and my cooler. We're gonna set you down over here. Open the cooler back up. I'm gonna switch bait real quick though. I have a feeling some stinky bait will do me favors over here. There's a deep little pocket, like right over here. So this is all much deeper than this right here. And there's like a little eddy comes back. You can see the main current going out. It makes it hard to drift through there because the current, as it pulls through the tail, it pulls your line down and it makes your bobber drag all weird and stuff. But this looks like a nice little pit stop for a salmon or a steelhead coming back in from the ocean, so that's what I'm hoping. I'm gonna plop some eggs or something on there real quick, take my eggs for a test drive. Let me throw some gloves on real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I just threw on a big old glob of some eggs that I cured. We're gonna move the camera over here real quick. Hopefully you'll see exactly where the bobber is and all that. It's my hopes. Actually, before I cast though, I know I want it just a little bit more shallow. I'm going about 6 inches more shallow. You're on bobber vision. I'm pointing right at it. Hopefully you can see it. Hate to talk and fish, 'cause I'm not watching my bobber right now, but my hope is by catching this little slow part of the current that's coming through, I'll catch some of the lazy salmon or lazy steelhead. But it's a dangerous game because I know there's a log in there and I don't want to drift right over the top of it. I've already got snagged on it once. Hasn't been the most effective method so far. I think it's time to try some spinners. back for the spinners we go. Oop, kicking the camera. What'd you find? A weight and a hook. Are you just picking up trash? Fine. Finding things. Huh, that was nice. The lady gave me a free pyramid weight. Said she was picking up some stuff. Found some of these obvious like surf perch set up right here. All right, got a little box of steelhead slammers. Gonna dig through them and see what color I want to throw on. Might use one of these new tungsten bombers. Haven't tried one yet. Let's tie it up. Whew. Okay. Pink dot black blade. Well, gunmetal blade. This looks like a winner. Cool yellow and red bead. Check out steelhead slammers. They're pretty rad. Locally made here in Oregon. I believe in Medford. They support us, we support them. Excellent. Let's give her a try. Let me turn you the good way. I'll be fishing right over here. I don't want to move the camera because it's got some fishing gear leaning against it, but I am going to reset you though. Boom, you're back. You sit here for hours fishing, no bites, just waiting for it. And then I'm reeling this boy in and one comes by and grabs it and my line slacks up and then I feel him head shake and I go to set the hook and yeesh, right out of his mouth. Awesome. I'm sure you could barely see that from the angle that you were in, but I'm gonna move you a little closer. Good to know that I got a little hit on this guy. So I'm gonna bring you in nice and intimate. No love. I mean, I got one solid bump on this. Might change spots in general, might go to a different place. Think if I go back to the truck, that'll let me figure out what's going on with the GoPro anyways. Need to get that thing charged or plug it in and trick it. This has happened before. I've had to like plug it into a battery source and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I have life. Whatever. This works for now. iPhone for the win. We're gonna throw a big old coon shrimp or something out there real quick and see what happens. As you can see, I've got everything leaning against the cooler to keep the reels out of the sand as best I can. I'm gonna rig up one of these cured prawns. See if we get anything on that. All right, let me get you all set up here. I don't know. It's hard to say where to go on this. I think we're gonna go down a couple miles, so we're gonna go back to the truck. Oh man, it's pretty majestic over here though. I mean, it's peaceful. There's not a lot of people around. I'm watching a ton of ocean water come in. This is pretty radical. Can't complain too much. Here, let's change the view. So that, past that gentleman over there, that is the Pacific Ocean. And we are standing at the mouth of the Necanicum River. And over behind me, this way, that's Seaside. That's where I just was. Let's finish packing up real quick. I gotta take the camera stand away, so you'll be handheld in just a moment. Okay. Wow. Back to the truck. Sorry if I sound winded. It was about a mile. I had to walk back carrying all that stuff. And the sand was soft. I gotta take my backpack off real quick. Put it in the truck. Whew. I think I'm gonna leave the waders on though, because I'm just going up the street to a new spot. Gotta put the rods away real quick. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, we're back in the truck, just pondering where to go next. I think I'm gonna head up by the Schuler surfboards up to Necanicum a little ways. Should be faster moving current, should be able to drift some stuff through there a little bit easier. But yeah, we'll see. Otherwise, might be a completely different spot. We'll see when I get there, which for you will be about 5 seconds. Okay. Whew, heading to a new spot. Chilled out, not losing my breath anymore from that mile walk. Just gotta cruise through old Seaside here, and we're gonna go pick a new fishing spot. Got a little bit of time left before the sun goes down. We'll see what happens. I did some contemplating. I'm gonna go play with some jacks and see if there's still some straggler cohos running up through the Skipanon. Drove up the Necanicum a little bit and it looks like crap. So I don't want to play around over there. I saw some people trying to fish from the bank, but there was just not really any spots to do it because the water was so high. So what we'll do, since my GoPro is out of commission right now, is we'll fish a spot where I can get nice and close with the tripod and my phone here, because I'm filming today with that. Should work out just fine. Honestly, I'm not worried. Beautiful day though, sun came out finally. However, I just had somebody pull out in front of me like the California stop to stop sign onto the highway here and entered the highway at like 5 miles an hour when everybody else is going almost 60, and had to slam on my brakes, and it scared the hell out of me. So heart's racing a little bit. Probably see it in my eyes. I should be able to hit the tail end of high tide for the Skipanon. I just passed over it. I gotta drive, unfortunately there's a detour, I gotta go out and around it. But it looked pretty high. Hopefully I'm not here a little too late, which I might be because I had to drive back up from Seaside to Warrenton, so we'll see. I don't know what this new trend is with people putting giant fake eyelashes on their cars, but it's ugly as hell. I've seen probably 3 of them today so far. Okay. Crossing back over the Skipanon. Doesn't look bad. I was going to go farther down by the mouth of the Columbia, but or the mouth of the Skipanon onto the Columbia, But I think what I'm gonna do is hit this little spot that's on 8th Street, which is beautifully right down the street from here, right down the street from my house. So there's a couple spots I can fish depending on the tide, 2 different directions. I can go down if it's going out, and I can fish from this culvert up and drift some bait. So that's what we're gonna do. Probably run into my buddy Dylan over there. I always see him over there. I haven't had much luck. I've got like 3 jacks and like a little coho, like a little 6-pounder out of there, but nothing to run home about, you know. We'll see. I mean, I hooked up with a good fish with Dylan the other day. I mean, well, I don't know, a week and a half ago, and was messing around with my drag too much, and he spooled me, and then did a hard turn, jumped and turned, and came off. But it's close. Almost got him. I mean, as close as you can to getting them, you know. But we're almost there. That's the cool thing about this spot, is it's nice and close. It's gonna pop down 8th Street right here. And then when I look at the culvert, it'll tell me what the tide is doing. It's coming in a little bit. It's not ripping though. This is awesome. This is perfect. Perfect high tide. Good. Stoked. And one of the other cool things about this spot is, oh, I just saw a fish roll. I can park nice and close, so I get to be lazy. I'm not going to bring everything I own with me. I'm just going to take the bait rod and pitch some, probably some cured prawns first. There's a lot of fish that I don't want to go after eggs. Don't want any bullheads. There's a ton of them over here. So I think I might go with millennial coons or some cured prawns. But let me get everything set up and I'll show you the spot. There's a lot of sun over here, but what can you do? So we're gonna try to aim you down a little bit. Let's put on some bait. Brought the HMX to pitch out some cured prawns, and only brought my net. And of course, just in case I get a hatchery fish, gotta be able to bonk them. But I got my bag in the truck, so I'll just walk them over there if that happens. Wish me luck. So what I'm doing is I pitched it out right in the current of the culvert here, which is going this way. And I'm just letting the bobber pull. And the bait's going to be heavy enough, and I've got a long enough leader with an inline lead on it to where it's going to sit down a little bit. It's not going to just pull up in the current. But I'm hoping a fish swims on by in the current coming out of the culvert and just picks that up like that. I have no idea what the hell that was that just flew overhead, but I hope the camera got it. That thing was about the size of an albatross. Big old goose just passed back overhead. You mad at me? I hope you can see where the bobber is. Huh? I guess if I'm pointing right at it, you can probably see it. Getting a lot of sticks and grass on my line. I've seen a lot of fish rolling over there in the past, so we'll see if that's just a spot they congregate. Notice they didn't have any bait on there. Didn't even see it get hit. Could have been some of the weeds that I was reeling through. Okay, gonna try something else. Gonna go back to the truck and get the spinners. A wise man once told me, bring snacks. Oh my, I need a snack. But I'm also like less than 5 minutes away from my house, so there's that. I haven't really seen much going on. I thought I saw a little nibble on the bait, and then I pulled it in and went to take the shrimp off, and it had a bite taken out of it. Hard to say what that was, but didn't take the bobber down. That's all I can tell you. Water's still coming in a little bit. It's getting a little higher. Glad I still have the waders on, just in case I get a fish. Need to be able to get them somehow. This is all wet grass, marshland and stuff around me. Still got that same tungsten steelhead slammer on here with the pink dot with the yellow and red splatter bead. See if that does us any good. Making the call, a couple more casts, and then I'm gonna go home and make a sandwich. Jason was nice enough to give me some smoked albacore, so I'm gonna go make a smoked albacore salad sandwich. Should be pretty good. This water is murky. You can't see anything. I don't even think like the highest visibility blade or body I have for a spinner is gonna work in here. I mean, this thing's nice and bright, but I can't see it until it comes out of the water, and I got polarized glasses on, so that'll be a problem. Doesn't make sense to fish in water like this, so we'll see. We'll see what this video is gonna turn into. But I appreciate y'all watching this fish vlog so far. If you haven't already done so, go down here, hit that subscribe button, and then somewhere over here is probably a like button. Do that, and if you want, even hit that little bell thing. If you like subscribing to things and you want to see more fishing videos or more vloggy fishy content, you know, you get some notifications when we put new things out. Like I said, this is a new channel, but we're going to be doing a lot of stuff here in the near future. We got some things happening. We got the sportsman show that's going to be happening in a couple months. Here, I gotta walk with the stand. It's a pretty cool spot though, generally. I just think it's over. You know, I think the fish have already ran over here. Like I was saying earlier, I wanted to just check it out and see what the conditions were like and if there was fish rolling, which I saw one, but that doesn't mean there's a lot in here. It means there was just one fish. It was probably, you know, could have been a carp or something. It's hard to say. Let's go back to the truck though. You know, we're kind of in a weird part of the season right now. There's not a lot going on. You know, a lot of the salmon have already ran. You know, unless you go up north, guys are still getting them up in the Quinault and stuff like that. And I heard the Necanicum's got some fish, but that's a little bit out of my drive for today. Might make a trip with some buddies at the shop here in the next couple days. See if we can head out somewhere fun, you know. Maybe pay a visit to Beaver Firearms and Grocery, which I love. That place is hilarious. One of the best gems of the Necanicum. Yeah, next week at some point, maybe 2 weeks, should be having some fish roll through here. Steelhead season's just right around the corner, you know. We got Big Creek and Nat Creek, which are high producing creeks. We'll do some battle fishing with some other guys. You know, there's a lot of places where you can battle fish, but it's nothing like battle fishing with guys on a creek that's 10 feet wide. Let's put this rod away. Might as well get out of these waders too while I'm at it. Thanks, Sims, for making such great, affordable products. Ooh, there's a deer over there. My phone ain't gonna pick that up. That's too far away. These tributaries, you know, I thought I was gonna be a little on the chilly side in them, but I wore a pair of sweatpants or a pair of thermals under my jeans, and had these on with just some regular old socks, not even some big thick wool socks, and I was plenty warm standing in the water earlier this morning. You know, with a better camera angle, this would be more Mr. Rogers like. Rest in peace. All right, got to get everything else loaded up into the truck real quick. Done. At least for right now. I wish it was earlier in the year, be far fishier, but gotta take what we can get, really. Blessed to be in such a fishy spot, you know. Can't beat living in Astoria. There's plenty of places to fish most year round. There's just like a couple of these, you know, weird times, or a few weeks here, a few weeks there, not really much fish happening, but it'll get better. It always gets better. Anyways, time to head home. I'm gonna go make myself a sandwich. Oh, world's loudest garage door opener. All right, well, we're back at home. I need to eat something. Like I said, might go out and fish in a little bit after I get some food in me, but we're gonna go ahead and unload, put everything back in the garage here. Gotta make sure to leave the cooler out because I'm a forgetful guy, and I will absolutely leave my precious bait in there. Let's go ahead and get these rods and stuff out, get all this stuff put away, and we'll chat with you guys later. Thanks for watching all this so far, and remember, if you can, like and subscribe and comment. If you live in the area and you have any ideas of places that are fishy right now, definitely willing to go check them out. Other than that, I'll see you guys later. Thanks.